So we're shooting 1,200 feet per second. Alright, I'll show you what you get when you buy the Engage. Comes in a box from Canuck that says Engage on it. You get the shotgun, some nice tough foam that keeps it in place. You get a little locking case here with, there's 3 chokes in there, the key, 1 in the shotgun, and I pulled the fifth one here. I just wanted to show you how you check it. As you see those little hashes there, hopefully it's zooming up. It's right there. There's 3 hashes. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you know which one you're using. Okay, and here is what you get when you buy the Canuck Operator Elite. A little disappointed. Actually comes in a much cheaper presentation. It's just a box with no foam like the Engage. And it kind of just fell apart upon itself. So what you get is, you get the replaceable stock, which is fixed. I haven't installed it or tried it, but it comes with a pistol grip. So you get the pistol grip stock that you can change out and the necessary hardware. And then it does come with 5 chokes as well. So these ones are done a little bit nicer. You get the color coded instead of having to match up the hash marks. And I believe the one that comes installed in it is the improved cylinder. That's the one I use for all of my slugs. I'm not sure if it's the best one, but it's the one I use. And then you get your owner's manual, and then you get some high quality, straight from Turkey, Canuck, what do they call it? The Canuck True North High Tech gun oil. And this is excellent for butt play. Me and the missus use this all the time, and it's very slick and highly recommended. Actually, I haven't even opened it. Don't even know if it's any good. So we'll give you a quick close-up, and you can see it has the bladed front sight that's white, whereas the Engage is fiber optic red. This, I believe, is a little bit different. It's color-coded. Hopefully it can roll in some pictures, but as you can see, this is what you get. I'll show you the bolt release button is on this side. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit it, but I've made a comment that this is extremely hard to push. And then it's got the hybrid system. The charging handle is different. This one is a bit bigger than on the regular, so that's another note. And then the stock, while similar, is slightly different. It's the same, Benelli copy, but on the Canuck Elite, on the Canuck Operator, it's a little bit different. This one's a little bit better and it has a little bit more cushioning. So those are the minor updates. I mean, they charge $50 more and you get a few upgrades, but the one thing, again, not sure if I showed you already, but this cheap plastic is not very good. Let's see if I can pick it up. As you can see here, I'm going to try to do this with one hand. You see that space. I make a comment in the video that it's rattly, loose, and yeah, just not very nice. But again, it's a third of the price of the Benelli, so it's not too bad. Alright, the Canuck Elite Operator. Turkish copy of the Benelli. This is a $850 shotgun in Canada. I routinely see it on sale or discounted, so you could probably pick it up for $750 in all black, and I believe $50 more for the OD green or tan color. Similar to the Benelli, it has a telescoping stock. I don't believe this cheek riser comes up. Has an integrated Picatinny rail, ghost ring rear sight, bladed front sight, not fiber optic like the Engage, which we'll get to. We'll do a quick test here to see how many rounds it holds. These are dummy rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll hold 4 in there. So it doesn't like to cycle the dummy rounds. I haven't had this problem when firing. I just wanted to show you. So there, that one's a little bit better. So as you can see, dummy rounds, doesn't like them. I've had this issue before. The first 5-10 rounds I fired kind of gave me problems. And I was a little bit worried that I got a dud. And once it got worked in, it actually wasn't all that bad. Again, don't let these dummy rounds be a representation of what it is when you're actually firing slugs. Now, that being said, I haven't actually shot any shot or double-aught buck or any bird shot, anything. Just 100% slugs, and they are combination of reduced recoil and sluggers, and so it likes those, no problem. As you can see, I think I noted in one of my shorts, this button is a little bit finicky. Look at this, I'm giving it pressure, so you know I'm pushing, nothing's happening, so you really need to give it, which, you know, I mean, I guess is not a terrible thing. You want to be deliberate with it, but I guess, you know, that's what you get when you're charging 800. Like, look at that. I'm pushing this with my left hand and nothing's happening. So you really have to, you can't baby it, and it gets a little annoying. So I'll show some pictures, but I think the only difference is this feeding tube right here, this magazine tube, the extended tube, is a little bit different. I think the swivel swing is different, this for the sling. And then this one comes with the interchangeable stock. So not much really to show. I'm not going to take it apart. As I pointed out in the close-up, this right here is cheap. It's coming apart. You could see the little gap. So you could see there's a gap there. Look at that. Like it just, I mean, it wants to come apart more than it wants to stay together. So, you know, I guess that's what you get when you pay a third of the price of the real thing. And, you know, you could live with that probably, but it does feel a little bit cheap. Other than that, the fit and finish is held up pretty good. No real handling marks. I'm going to show you the Engage in a second. My Engage, just from, you know, going between the bags and the safe, the black finish really starts to show the wear. This one, not so much. And the other thing I want to point out is the lockup back here is much tighter, as you'll see on my Engage. There's no wiggle here, which is nice, and I wish I could say the same for the Engage. So I'll roll in some shooting clips, but not much more to show you other than taking it apart, which I'll do in the next video. But so far I've been really happy with it. Like I said, for the $750 I paid, can't complain. It's a nice, reliable little shotgun, and I don't think you can go wrong by getting this one. Alright, so here's the Engage I was telling you about. Let's just close this one up. So you see this one has the bolt drop on the other side compared to the Canuck. So, you know, to me, it doesn't really matter. This one, I'm going to pop 3 of these dummy rounds in. And we'll see if... Oh, so I think I have the hunting plug in there, so we can only put 2, but we'll see. So again, a little bit of trouble, but I don't know if it's these dummy rounds. They're chewed up a bit, but it seems this one cycles perfectly when you're actually firing it. What I was commenting on is, you know, this feels like cheap pot metal. It shows a lot of the scratches. You probably won't pick it up on the camera phone, but it really, you know, befits the $600 price tag. You're not gonna, you know, win any awards for this being best looking, but what it does have that I do like is it has the fiber optic front sight, which the Canuck Elite Operator doesn't. And at first, I really like this stock. You know, it's one of those, it collapses on the outside. again, at first I liked it, but as you can see, it's not very smooth. And this is the wiggle I was talking about. Like, I don't know if you could see, but the knife blade fits right in there. Like, look at that. That's just a big gap, and it's so annoying. And I've taken this thing apart, and I can't, because the way it is, I think the screw is back here and not here. So I think what you'd have to do is take this thing apart and remove the bolt, and there's the firing assembly in there, and then remove it to get to that screw to tighten it. So it's a little, little shitty, but again, it's a $600 shotgun, so what do you expect? So that's the only thing I don't like about it, and that's the only reason I wouldn't recommend this, because after a couple hundred rounds to have that, I'd rather spend a little bit more. So take it for what it's worth. If you could live with that, then it's a great shotgun. It's been super reliable, and I can't complain. So hope that helps.